Aloha, everyone. Woo, good morning. Peggy, you're back in the house. Jen's back in the house. I've seen a lot of people coming home today. It's so exciting to see them, especially Jen's hasn't been here in 2 years, she tells me, and I'm like, 2 years? Whoa, how did that happen? But she's back now, all the way from Tasmania. Okay, yeah. Anyway, welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Kauai. I'm Reverend Rita. This is Reverend Patrick, Carrie and Michael Fox over here, our music directors, and we are ready to have a wonderful, enlightening, and beautiful, fun Sunday here with you. So we're excited. So to start things off, we're going to invite Michelle LeMay up to do our announcements.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Well, first off, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who came and supported us Friday night for flying solo. Yeah, that was phenomenal. Yeah, we had a full house, so that was really great. I didn't think anybody was going to come. And then it was full, so it was great. So thank you, everybody. And that's really what family's about and community's about, and we just feel it building more and more and more. So that's really fabulous. Couple of things that we have going on this week. Tomorrow night, Reverend Diane, who's in the back, she's going to be doing Spirit Talk here starting at 6. So for those of you who want to learn more and delve into the philosophy about Ernest Holmes and what he's brought together for us, then come and meet Reverend Diane at 6 o'clock. And then there was going to be a 4-week class starting on Wednesday, but that's actually going to be postponed until the fall. So if you were planning on that, just put a hold on it and you will find out more about it in the fall. Next Sunday, following service, we are going to have a volunteer meeting. It's going to be directly after service. You may have seen this hanging around and floating around. This is where we have an opportunity as a community to come together to help serve, to help support. Each and every one of us have special gifts and have ways that we can contribute. So this is an opportunity to learn how and where you would fit. A lot of, it's all over the place where we could use help and where help is needed, but some of them are marketing, with the youth, with the young adults and the music and the volunteers. We have a big, huge actually, party coming up in July. On July 10th, it's going to be a potluck party at Lidgate to celebrate our 3rd birthday, so that's a big deal, and we're going to need help with that as well. So we are definitely wanting everybody, and we invite you all to stay next Sunday after service to see how you can contribute. And I know for me, when I first started coming to CSL, jumping into service right away made me truly feel a part of, and it really made me feel as if I was in the family. So I just want to extend that to you as my personal experience with service, and I know I always receive a ton for being of service as well. So that's going to be next Sunday, and then along with our birthdays, something else you want to mark your calendars. You've been seeing the posters and the flyers and the news all around town. It's going to be the cabaret with Reverends Patrick and Rita. It's called Love Notes, and it's going to be July 7th and 8th. And what it's going to be, it's not only just a fun evening, it's also a fundraiser for the center. So definitely support. It's $45. There's 2 different performances, and what that includes is poo-poos, drinks, and the show. So it's definitely an evening out. We have sign-up sheets so people can at least let us know how many are coming, but you do need to purchase tickets ahead of time because it is reserved seating, and we just need to, it's limited seating as well. So you can purchase tickets with Reverend Diane in the bookstore. You can also put your name down in the bookstore with the intention of getting tickets, and then our website also, which is www.cslkauai.org. And then I have a Peru reminder. After all the hubbub and the presentation and everything, we've had some registrations coming in for our Peru trip, which will be in August of 2017. So we would like to encourage you and invite you, if you are considering it and you are wanting to, July 15th is the deadline to send in a deposit for it, to hold your spot, because we do need to have a certain amount of folks to be able to go to Peru. So if you are on the fence and you have questions, please feel free to let me know. If you were not here for my presentation and you are interested in it, we do have it up on YouTube, and even those of you who are off island, you can definitely find out more information. And I know we have some people already committed from Canada, so there we go. All righty, well, thank you so much, everybody, and enjoy your service.
Thank you, Michelle. Ah. So I'm going to turn the time over to Michael Fox, who's going to lead us in our meditation today.
Just take a deep breath. Relax and sink into your space, knowing that you are in a safe place, letting go of the human race and slowing down your pace. Breathe in this perfect moment, closing your eyes if that feels comfortable, always having the choice to be free of so many thoughts coming, declaring this day to be complete, perfect, and eternal. Here's a quote by Ernest Holmes that I'd like to share as you continue your divine journey of love, peace, and meditation. I have discovered a secret place within, where the thought goes into a mountain high, above the top of the world. I have found in this mountain a place of peace and rest, a place of joy and comfort of the heart. I have found that secret place of God is within my own soul. I will listen for thy voice. Enjoy your time.
moment, this present moment of grace, of love, this moment where I recognize that there is only one thing happening at all times, the presence and power of Spirit, God, light, energy source, making itself known through each and every one of us in its own unique way. We are precious. This life that we live is precious, and we come here today to celebrate it. And I claim the perfect unfoldment of Spirit through each of us in this service today, that we each come for and receive exactly what we came for, even if we didn't know when we first walked in the door. That truth is revealed within the soul of each person here. So I bless this service, I bless everyone partaking in it, and I just give gratitude from my heart for the love that is present in this room and in each and every one of us. As I release this word, as I release it as law into law, as we can say together, and so it is. Just bring yourself gently back. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Carrie. Mahalo. So we're going to take a moment to light our peace candle for the service, knowing that that love, that peace begins right where we are. And we are going to sing our chant, I am remembering who I am.
I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
So
Is
let's
this on?
Yes. Let's just take a deep breath together.
Yes.
Feel our bodies.
For those of you who just came
Yeah.
in, aloha, aloha.
Reverend Rita, Reverend Patrick, Michael and Carrie Fox, the music goddess and God. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So again, welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, where we practice the science of mind and spirit, which just lets us know as we study and practice it that we are that magnificence. That's what we're remembering. We're remembering that magnificence within us, that light, that love, that source, that energy, that place that knows everything, that has everything we require and more and more and more. That is who we are. That is our divine nature. And we just celebrate that here and then take it out into our lives and use our minds from that place and allow our lives to unfold perfectly.
Perfectly said.
Okay.
Yes, it's quite, that music, sometimes it gets you in that space, you know, and you're like, okay.
To wait.
Even slow down Patrick, which is not always easy to do, my friends. But anyway, who is here for the very first time? And these beautiful, there we go. I know you're there. Welcome, welcome. Well, the reason we asked that was just because we found out something about you, and we wanted to kind of share that, you know? I mean, you don't mind, do you? I mean, no? Should we? What do you think? Okay. So what do we know? You are magnificent. Yes.
Yes, you are magnificent.
Yes. And we know that. Why? Because we're magnificent. So should we say it all together? I am magnificent. And just to the left or the right, somebody's next to you that's magnificent. Let them know. Let them know. Connect with them. You are magnificent. Yeah.
Kelly.
You are magnificent.
You are magnificent.
I know this one is magnificent.
You are magnificent.
You are magnificent. Maureen is magnificently
Maureen is
dressed
magnificent.
with this.
Looking like a Hawaiian goddess.
Woo! Maureen's back in
All
the
right.
house as well.
So let us turn to the camera.
Let us turn
There's a special
to
person watching us today, Michael's grandma, and we want to say she is magnificent. Her name is Pauline.
Pauline.
You
Aloha.
are
We love you.
magnificent.
Mwah.
And everyone else online, you are magnificent.
And I
Yes.
know Sherry is back home
Oh, yes. Sherry,
after having a little hospital visit. And she's back home, so Sherry,
You
are magnificent.
magnificent.
And Tom, her husband, is as well. But always got to do that. So there we go.
So I think we're ready.
Ready
for
to
our
open it. The new month, it's June, is busting out all over.
Yes, we're busting up.
That's our theme this month, taking it all the way out. So shall we?
Yes.
Busting out. Oh, who do we got over here?
Kelly.
Kelly! Kelly's on some drums today.
So we have a new opening song. Hopefully a lot of you are familiar with it. Three Little Birds by Bob Marley.
All right.
So if we could all
So I think we should all stand and get
up.
into this
I'm
completely.
going to have to learn it.
If you know the song, you can snap, clap.
Don't worry about a thing. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-dum-ba-dum. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Whoa, whoa, oh. Singing, don't worry
Here we go.
about a thing. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
Little dancing, all right.
Every little thing is gonna be alright. Be alright. Be alright.
Uh-oh.
Rise up this morning. I smile with the rising sun. Three little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you.
Here we go.
Singing, don't worry
You guys snap, anybody?
about a thing. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-dum-ba-dum. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
There we go.
Singing, don't worry about a thing.
Dance floor's open.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Be alright. Be alright.
You know what I know about that?
All right.
I know that everything's going to be all right because everything is already all right. And we're
All right, it's all
and
right.
we are just realizing it right here and right now in this moment. And that's what this service is about. Realizing who and what we are and that we are all right. Say it, I am all right.
I am all right.
And so it is.
All right.
Rise up this morning.
We're rising up.
We smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitch by my doorstep, ba-ba-dum-bum, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Saying, this is my message to you. Last time, singing, don't worry
We don't have any words.
about a thing. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-dum-ba-dum. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing. No, no, 'cause be alright, gonna be alright, gonna be alright, gonna be alright.
Everything's alright. Everything's alright.
Be alright.
Yeah. How fun was that?
Thank you, Kelly.
Oh my gosh, that was
Got a little
wonderful.
thing
Dave.
going today, don't we?
Oh, the spirit is just rising higher and higher.
I think that's a keeper for the month, don't you?
Yeah.
June is busting out all over.
And
Yes.
with that in mind, we are going to invite up these wonderful beings who have been on their spiritual path for 3 whole years. It's hard to believe we've been here that long. And these people started at the very, very beginning, and they just finished their Practitioner 1 training. And that means, Maureen's going, yeah, because she knows what that means. That means that they've completed, like I said, 3 years of study, 1 year of practitioner study. And if you don't know what a practitioner is, as someone that studies to and works on their own consciousness so that they can be consciousness on demand at any moment for anyone that needs that they can go right to the truth and bring it home for that person, and beginning with themselves, and that's where it all starts. So I'm going to invite these 4 people up. Katie Welch.
Katie!
Yeah. I'm not doing them in order, so. Oh, I did do it in order. Okay, Katie Welch. Robert Jones. Yeah.
Rob Jones. Rob!
Come on, get up to him. Yay. Get on my tippy toes.
There you go, buddy.
Roseanne Jones. All right. Yay.
Woo!
All right. And she's not with us here in body, but she is with us here online in spirit and is always with us, and that would be Malia Reed. Everybody
Yes,
remembers
Malia.
her. So, Malia, you did it.
I'm going to be playing the part of Malia Reed today.
Yeah, okay. So we've asked all, like Malia won't be able to do it, but maybe she could send us something and I can read it to you next week. But we've asked them to just say one little thing about what this means to them. All right?
I'm feeling kind of emotional, so I might cry. But this last year has been so. Can I just speak without the mic?
No.
Okay.
No, that's not going to happen.
I think the most important thing that happened this last year is actually putting this to practice in my own life. And when things show up, I can deal with them, and I can turn it around and change my thinking. And that's not to say it happens immediately. And I'm like, well, that was awesome. I have a moment of, but I can change it, and maybe it doesn't happen right away or take effect the first time, but then I keep working at it, and I keep going back to that place, and it's amazing. And my life has changed significantly. And I have to say, being in class with these 4 people, it is such heavy stuff that we're doing, but we have so much fun, and it's just incredible. So I'm grateful.
Oh, yay.
Well, I have to say ditto. But in one word, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, the manifestations, if you don't believe it, believe me now, like I didn't used to. I do now. The manifestations are incredible. And that's what this training does. So thank you.
Yeah, Rob.
One word? It's been an amazing journey. It's means something to me each and every day of my life to be grounded in this philosophy of science of mind and spirit, and know that I can be of assistance, loving assistance to those who have forgotten for the moment who and what they are. This has been amazing, and we'll have 1 more year of it.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Congratulations.
You guys have been wonderful.
And right. I also want to just announce that Rebecca DeRoos is going to be joining this class. She's reinstating her practitioner license, and she had to go back and take some classes, but she is going to be in this class and be one of them too. So it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yay!
There you go.
Oh. All right,
right.
so I think we're ready for a little special music, right?
We are.
It's all special.
All right. Well, we are excited to share a song that we wrote. That was actually the first song I think we ever wrote about 10 years ago together. So it's called Where the Secret Lies. So enjoy.
So it's for all of you guys and for Pauline, love you.
All of our loved ones that are here and watching. Because of you, I believe the magic's in your eyes. The spirits feel me and the gypsies see me for what I am, who I really am. I never imagined life could feel this way, being touched by larger sources. So thank you for finding me, thank you for guiding me to the light that shines between us, between us. So come back to the place where the secret lies, where the mountains are calling us home, where the birds can dance and the trees can be free by the forces that make it so clear. No one can feel me the way that you see me. The magic's in your eyes, where the secret lies, where the secret lies. Whoa, whoa, where the secret lies.
Being pulled in all directions by the earth and the sun and sky. Being pulled in all directions
By the earth and the sun and sky.
So come back to the place where the secret lies, where the mountains are calling us home,
Where the birds can dance and the trees can be free by the forces that make it so clear. No one can feel me the way that you see me.
The magic's in your eyes, where the secret lies, where the secret lies.
Whoa, whoa.
Where the secret lies.
Where the secret lies. Thank you.
Love you, girl. Love you guys.
You've never sung that here before? No. Probably not. That is beautiful. Oh my God, I love it. And it's so perfect for what today is about, which is treat yourself to life, where the secret lies. Yes, it lies right here, nowhere else. And as I was thinking about this idea, treat yourself to life, there's a book written by Raymond Charles Barker called Treat Yourself to Life. And it's all about spiritual mind treatment. And so if you're interested in that book at all, just tell Reverend Diane and she will order it. Maybe we can make a list of people that might want to be interested in it. especially after what I have to say today. Anyway, so the truth is that we're born into race consciousness. If we wonder why we have troubles and why we think things happen and we don't understand and all that stuff, we're born into race consciousness. We're born into the consciousness of our parents. We're born into the consciousness of where we show up. We're born into race consciousness. And that means that that's all here in our, I'm pointing here, but it's all in our subconscious. Sometimes we don't know that it's there. We just act. That's what happens in the world a lot of times. People are just reacting. But the truth is, we have a way to deal with it. And this is what Ernest Holmes, Raymond Charles Barker, all these people who were great mystics of their time, that a lot of people don't even know about them, this movement called New Thought, that we have spiritual amnesia is what we have. And the reason is because of what I just said. We're born into race consciousness. But we have a tool that we can use to help us to change our mind about things. We have a tool that we can use that dictates, because our conscious mind, whatever you want to call it, conscious mind, our objective mind, is the one that's really in charge. And we have a tool we can use to direct our subconscious mind and finally allow it to be a certain way, to think a certain way for us, and to act a certain way, because all it's doing is acting and reacting. So if you wonder why things are going on in your life that you don't know what's happened, it's because you're being led by a subconscious mind that's just putting it out there, and it's making it so. So that's what spiritual mind treatment does. It helps us to direct our minds, to align our minds with who we really are, and to remember. Now, we were saying everything's going to be all right, and I said in my prayer that everything's going to be all right because it's already all right. Because that's the basis. It's already all right, or we wouldn't even be able to be all right. We don't make it all right. It's already all right. We just have spiritual amnesia, and we don't remember. So spiritual mind treatment, like Rob said before about his manifestations, is just realizing that truth and bringing yourself to a place where you remember. And you just, as I think you're the one that said it, you do it, or it's Katie, you do it over and over and over because you have a lot of retraining to do, because we were born into race consciousness. A lot of us, I mean, I've been doing it that way for over 50 years before I started to work on it and to change the way I think. Now, you can't change the way you think if you don't know who you are. So spiritual mind treatment helps you to remember who you are. And it has 5 steps. And anyone can do it. And the reason a practitioner is so powerful is because a practitioner has to remember it on demand. He has to be there in every moment. And when they're not, and we fall off, we have to bring ourselves back very quickly. Because as they said in their song, we're pulled in all directions by what we see, and we forget that everything's within here. So sometimes I get pulled out by what I see, but then I know to go back within and immediately, like if you get hurt or something, or you're having a fight with somebody, and we'll ask our practitioners, what was the first thing you did? Sometimes, these are students or anybody, and they go, oh, I should have treated. Because that's the first place we go. Instead of going to the outside first and dealing with it, even a cut finger, yeah, you got to put some pressure on it maybe, but you go to treatment first, and then what happens is as soon as you align yourself with the truth, you get intuiting what you should do next instead of just reacting to the world form, just reacting and just going, oh my God, I'm sick, what am I going to do? I better go to this doctor, I better do that, I better do this. No, go to prayer first, go to treatment first, whatever your form of that is, of knowing who you are, and then go out and do what you need to do, what you're intuited to do. And that's another thing about this. I can't tell you anything. I can't tell you what you should do. We don't give advice. That's one of the things we don't do. We don't give advice. This is all happening in my mind when I'm praying for you. It's happening in my mind. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing Jen here now as this perfect spiritual being. And I'm bringing my mind to remember that no matter what, I don't care about anything that she's going through. All I know is that she's a perfect spiritual being. Thank you for for letting me pick you out there. So that's what it's about. It's not about treating your bodies. It's not about treating your lack or finances. It's about seeing you as you really are, which we talked about at the beginning of the service, as magnificent. Now, I have to pull this gentleman out here. His name is Harry Kent Evans, and he did a one-person show. Yeah. I asked him if I could quote him, and because it's so appropriate for what we're talking about today. And he did his one-person show about how he went from shy to not so shy. So those those that saw it will know what I'm talking about, but those you not, I'm just going to take you through it a little bit. But one of the basic things in his show, his monologue, was about the little gremlin that sat on his shoulder or wherever he sits in his head, the little gremlin in his head that kept telling him he couldn't do whatever it was he wanted to do. And he said the gremlin was what? Very persistent. It was very persistent. And that's what happens to us. The negative thoughts are very, very persistent. But what Harry did is he kept telling the little gremlin. In fact, at one point when the little gremlin said, "Who do you think you are?" he said, "I want to know who you think you are." And I was like, that was the most amazing. So, but the biggest thing about Harry's piece is that he was persistent. And look what he said. I went from shy to not so shy. You got to start right where you are. You can't go, Ernest Holmes says that, you can't go further than you are right now. You have to start where you are and take one step at a time. Harry's show so exemplified that, so thank you for that, Harry. Yeah, it was great. And sometimes he had to tell the little gremlin to shut up. And sometimes you do have to tell it to shut up, and that's fine. You do. So, Raymond Charles Barker, in his book, Treat Yourself to Life, and he says he has 50 years experience helping people to treat themselves to life. So he knows it works because he sees people every day. He's gone from this plane of action now that work this principle, and their lives change. And he says only those who dare to emerge from the accepted beliefs of the crowd can prove this. You had better realize that your results will be determined by your ability to let go of the past, to realize the greatness of the moment, and to accept yourself increased good in the future. So the biggest thing here for me is you've got to get out of what everybody's telling you. You've got to get out of what you're seeing. The world is seems to be going crazy now. The world's not going crazy. It's the way we're looking at it. We need to start, in order to see heaven, need to be heaven. So whatever's going on in the world, we've got to start within ourselves to be that heaven, to find that heaven that's not out there. We're not going to make the world okay. We can't do that. We can only make ourselves our way okay, and the way we see the world okay. And then things will start. They're already shifting, I know that. And all this chaos that we're seeing is part of that shift. When you get into creativity, and we are very creative beings, and you start to create, what happens is there's a mess at first. And everything looks weird and everything looks crazy. But out of that craziness comes the pure spirit, because the divine presence is making itself known right now. I cannot deny it. I feel it. I know it. I see it in this room. I see it out in the world. It's making itself known. I see lives changing drastically, one after another. I see people healing themselves of things that would seem unhealable, because the divine presence is making itself known. And when I talk about healing, I'm not talking about okay, you're not going to die, or you're not going to do this, or you're not going to die. You never die. That's the truth. The truth is the healing is remembering who we are. And we are spirit. We are life force. We are not bodies walking around. We are spirit, love. We are energy. We are source. That's who we are, and that's what I know. And I know that is each and every person here. And I just encourage everyone. I invite you to just try to, when something comes up for you that seems like really awful, to turn it around by knowing who you are, by taking a moment to take a breath and to remember. Because I'm going to tell you, if you just come a little bit of the way, like I said a couple of weeks ago. Spirit through you is going to come the rest of the way. Because when you put a demand on the universe, on the spirit, on the life force, it meets you right there. That's what I have to say. So I love you, and I love what happened here on Friday night. It was so amazing to see people walk out with their stories and walk out back a different person, and people being touched by that, because our stories are important. When they become stories that we don't resolve, like not resolve, I don't like that word, the stories that we just keep living over and over, our past that we keep living over and over and over, that's when they become dangerous to us. We're not that. We're this right here and right now. So, I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I love you. Oh, Rita, Rita, Rita. Wow, treat yourself to life. That's what it's about. So the question I'm thinking about today is, how are you treating yourself? She's went over our wonderful, wonderful tool of spiritual mind treatment, but I want to go a little deeper today to just, not in a deep way as in deep, I want to go into deep as in light and ask, how are you treating yourself? Because how you're treating yourself is how your life is showing up for you. It's really that simple. I love this this idea of Ernest Holmes, who's our founder of Science of Mind and Spirit. He says, more people are starved spiritually and intellectually than physically. We live on 3 planes. 3 seems to be the magic number. 3 birds, 3. We live on 3 planes at the same time. The whole being needs to be fed bread, and it says meat, but he wrote this a while ago. Fed bread and meat for the body, knowledge and wisdom for the soul, atmosphere and consciousness for the spirit. And our job, if we choose to accept it, is to align all of those 3 up, and then you feel full. Life is a banquet is our Auntie Mame, and if you're too young, Gigi, to remember Auntie Mame was a wonderful, wonderful being, a movie, play. But what I loved about her is the fact that she loved life. And she said loved every person, and her house was filled with every type of person imaginable. And if I could be anyone, I'd be the male version of Uncle Mame. But what I loved what she said, she goes, life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death. Wow. I'm thinking to myself, what does it mean to treat yourself well? That means to love yourself. It's never going to be anything more if we don't take care of ourselves. And I know that sounds so selfish in a world that says, take care of everything out there first. But I know for me it's a lie. I know that the more I treat Patrick and the more I look at my life as a banquet. And sometimes I'm thinking to myself, when I feel, have you ever felt constricted where you feel like you can't give? That's a really interesting place to be. And it's also a very dangerous place for me to be. Because when I believe that, and it's all about the belief, so I believe there's a banquet and I can taste anything of it that I want to, but the ingredient is belief. I cannot say I am a millionaire, I am everything, I am this, I'm that, and then turn around the next day and say I'm in lack. So, are we trying to deny that something's going on? No. I want to look it right in the face like Harry did and say, who are you? You are a lie that's been told to me and got into my cellular system and into my stories. Oh, stories are good. We had a whole evening of them. But the stories are not any good without solution. They are just stories. And you all know those stories when the person comes up to you to start telling them, and you're thinking, oh no, here it comes. It's the story again. And then you have a solution for it. Oh my gosh, a minister, come to me. I've got some solutions. And then you're like, yes, but I have a little something more to add to the story. That's really nice what you're saying, Reverend Patrick. Oh, I love that. It feels so good. But anyway, you don't really understand what I'm going through because I am this and I am that and I am this. And I'm thinking to myself, boy, did myself and did Rita and did all spiritual revealers, we've really bit off a lot. Because what we're dealing with in this world are stories that people are very attached to. And we're attached to them because they're our identity. Every story that was told up here, all 8 beautiful, wonderful, powerful stories, are still just stories. It's like Natalie. It's about her happy ending, and she's waiting to find out, is there a happy ending to the story? Is this a fairy tale? What is this thing called life, treating yourself to life? Ernest Holmes also says this, we should be careful to distinguish daydreaming and wishful thinking from really dynamic and creative treatment. When we treat, as Rita was talking about, we do not wish. We do not cross our fingers and hope that it happens. We know. We do not dream, we state. We state it. We do not hope. It's better than despair, as Ernest Holmes says. But we do not hope, we accept. I accept the banquet, I accept it. We do not pray, contrary to popular belief. We do not pray, we announce. I say that again, we announce. We do not expect something is going to happen. Maybe, possibly, we believe that it has already happened. Wow. Just think if we were to believe that 100% in our day, no matter what it is, no matter what you're up against, no matter what condition seems to be scaring you, or I call the big boogeyman. I don't have anything in my checking account. Boo! I'm not feeling very well. Boo! I'm scared again. What? I'm trying to build a center, but boo! Stop it. That's what I say to me. There's a being in there that's not saying boo, it's saying you're beautiful. Thank you very much. I'm here all week. Oh, I just love life when it unfolds that way. And had to break it up a bit, you understand. Because what's happening is we hear all of this stuff, and it feels really good. But I have said many times, the time has come. The time has arrived to announce who we are. It is time to say when somebody comes up and they are facing a challenge in their life, it's not to say, oh, really? That's really not there. That's not true. What we get to say is, I see you. All those stories on Friday night were all about, please approve of me. Please see me. Please allow me to be seen and to be heard and I'm here. That's all we're really asking for, is to be loved. But it really has to start with us. And to let that worry and that doubt and that fear, not to kick it out, just to look at it and say, I know who you are, fear. You're that part of me that's scared. Come here. I love you. Come here, doubt. I love you. Come here, fear. I love you. We are trying to get something out of us that is a part of us. And so when we can respect and treat ourselves to the banquet of life and say, no matter what happens, I love you. You can't do anything wrong. Yeah, but I'm fear. Yeah, I love you. And then fear says, oh my God, literally. I cannot scare. I guess I'll become one. Because that's all we're doing. We're just asking to remember that we are one with the very source of life, and that we get to have fun. June is busting out all over. It is time for lack and limitation. It is gone. We must bust out of that. I do not care what it is that you're going through right now. There is something higher and higher to be known. And it comes right from inside of here. Oh, what a day this is. What a day this is. Yeah. And this emotion that arrived for Patrick right now, I honor it. I honor it. It's a part of who I am. And I was thinking of Stephanie when she got up to do her thing. She said, I'd first like to thank Stephanie. And I want to end on that because we have to start giving ourselves some credit for being who we are. Yes. To wake up in the morning once again and say, thank you. Not thank you for giving me another day. No, thank you for choosing to have another day, to live another day, to say boo back to our little fears. It's time. I feel very, very grounded in truth today. And I really want to share that with you. Because life is good. Life is so delicious. And I'm not starving anymore. Because what I know is that my table is full. And whatever I believe and whatever I think and how I love is what will be served to me. So ask yourself today and until we see you again, how are you treating yourself? And that is how your world will show up to you. I love you.
So this is our time of giving, and we want to thank in advance for the gifts that make the center possible. They make nights like Friday night possible. They make everything we do here possible. It keeps us here on this island, so nothing goes unnoticed. Thank you for every gift that's given. We appreciate it, and it goes out from here to bless others too, because we are a tithing center. So,
and in this moment, I do want to shout out to the people that are live streaming. They're very supportive, just not only in their love, but in their financial support as well. They cannot be here, but they still continue to support us financially because when they are here, they want to always make sure we are here. So thank you, mahalo
Thank
to
you.
them as well as we take this time to celebrate.
So let's do our affirmation that's in the program. Divine
love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I give freely today, knowing it returns to me abundantly.
And it does.
It does.
And we have a new song. Well, it's not new. Karen Drucker.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing. you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful health. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful health. Thank you for abundance. Thank you for abundance. Thank you for abundance. Thank you for abundance.
My opulent,
My opulent, my opulent abundance. My opulent, my opulent, my opulent abundance. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends.
for my life. Thank you
For my life, Spirit, thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant life. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant life.
Okay. So what I know is that I am grateful and I am thankful for everything, for life, friends, family, health, abundance, everything. And I know that everything that was given here in this basket goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless, and in an even greater way just continues to go forth and roll forward and come back to us abundantly in every single solitary moment. Every life here is blessed. I know that, I claim that, I announce it, and I just let it be so as we say together, and so it is. All right.
Thank you for that.
So we have a treatment box that's out there, a spiritual mind treatment box. And if you have something that has come up for you or something that you want treatment for, just put the request in that box and we will do spiritual mind treatment on it. All right? So
And we also have practitioners available. That would be Rita,
Yes.
myself, Reverend
and
Diane.
Reverend Diane available if anyone needs something in this moment. All
Right.
right? And I think that's, did I say everything?
Oh, that's
we're
good. I see
So-
Kelly's back up at the drums here. Yeah. So everybody feel good?
All right.
Do you feel
Everybody-
full, like you've been eating at the banquet of life? Yeah.
So go treat yourself to some happiness and everything else
That's
that
right.
life is.
Prosperity and
All right.
everything.
We invited Shayla up today to do our
Oh.
end song with us.
Hey, Shayla.
Shayla.
Shayla belongs to you.
She's a choir girl.
Deborah. I didn't know that. Yay.
So everybody want to stand and let's close this up and open it up all at the same time.
Here we go, a new song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Honor your heart, make a brand new start. See the world with clearer eyes. No turning back, surprise, surprise. Remove the disguise. It's my life. It's my life. It's my life. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine.
Uh-oh, I think it's time to shine. Shine with some gratitude. We are at the top of the mountain and still knowing there's another mountain beyond that. So what I know today is my heart is filled with gratitude. It is filled with love. It is filled with power. And the power of Michelle LeMay, as she gave us our announcement today, I know was absolutely God expressing. And that wonderful meditation with that male energy voice, Michael Fox. And our greeters, Katie, who's the head of greeters, was there. And she was out there, and I know she had lots of help Ron
Okay.
was over. Oh, because Ron's over there doing cake, and he's having gratitude. There's going to be so much cake. But thank you, Ron, for hospitality. Reverend Diane for doing the bookstore. We have these beautiful flowers that were left over from whatever event we keep having. and and Michael and Carrie on the music, and Kelly's Shayla,
Shayla's
my
in
God,
the house, all the way from
we're just
Sedona.
filling up here today. And Janice, who's standing right over there, who's always filled with consciousness for our little ones. And we just want to say thank you to everybody watching on live stream. And mostly we want to thank that divine spirit that moves through and as each and every one of us. As together we say, and so it is. Let's go climb the mountain.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let it go on the mountain.
Come on, guys.
Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Honor your heart, make a brand new start. See the world with clearer eyes. No turning back, surprise, surprise. Remove the disguise. It's my life. It's my life. It's my life. One more time.
One more time.
Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine.
Shine on.
Ah, good job, everyone.
Give a hand.
Woo!
Kelly and Shayla.
Aloha.
Ooh. For something new and different, cake. We have you on a great cake from last